Okay, guys, back to creating questionnaires and placing questions in groups. This is a form that was started from scratch. Uh, okay, so you see, there's no question, there's nothing there, so you don't have the option to preview, you don't have the option to do anything in groups, nothing like that. Start now. Okay, so in any case, once you have one question, you can do a group. I just did two. Once you have one question, you can select it and say create group with selected questions. So this group I'll call interviewer info. Okay, so now the interviewer name is in the group. You see these two plus signs. This plus will add another question right inside our group. So let me click on that. You see it there. Code wanted to be number. What you can also do with the group here is drag the questions from outside into that. So drag that question in. When you click on this plus here, it will add question between. But that's not what we're trying to do. When you click on the plus outside, it should add another question, but it will be outside the group. Just like that. You can't just add group like that. You gotta do the question first, then you do group. Usually I thought this plus sign would add another group. But it's just another question, but a question outside the group. And that's how you do the groups here. When you're satisfied with the amount of questions you have in this group, then you click this plus sign from outside to create a new question. And you say respondent name. So that's another set of questions coming out there. It will be in a separate group. Let's make this clear. Shouldn't just say number. I should say because number sounds like code, right? So now that we got respondent, we can do another group, respondent info, age range. For this, we'll do select one. You know, you can have two different age ranges. Interview anybody younger than 18. So that's the age range. And then I also want to know the education level. Also select one. When you do education level, I want you to tell me the highest you've reached. Another way where you can say credentials you have, and then that one the person can select all that they have. You So we want to know all of this about the respondent, and we also want to know their location. That would do GPS point. Then you can continue. You add another question in there if there's more to add, or else you add one outside the group and you start to go on. So from here now, then you got the meat of your questionnaire. You will be adding the question that you really want to ask the person. So yeah, that's how you do groups. I am going to create an actual form that I want us to use during the program. So teachers, you can watch this and try to replicate it at home. It is a form. I'm done with that. So for the interviewer information, we will want something like that. You want to know which of your students did the data collection. So we'll not have code that's too much. We'll identify them by their names and their mobile number. Maybe which session they're in, right? Uh, then this next group is field data. All we're doing here, not interviewing people individually. So we want the students to go out and map the communities around their um, training center, right? So this we have the community name as text. This question we will not have a multiple choice, so let's delete that. Block or quarter. Give them text again because some communities have block A, B, C. Some communities the blocks are in numbers. Some communities got quarters with um, names. So we'll just leave it at that. Let people use text. This will be a headache for data analysis, but it's okay. So this is a community data region. This region will be multiple choice. What we'll do is create regions for you. So right now we'll just keep that region when I create the regions that make sense. Then I will get back to you. So it will basically be, from Dwazon to EOW Junction, or from there to Red Light, blah blah blah, those kind of regions. But right now, let's just leave that. This location we want it, but we want it in other group. So now this is the community information. This other place is property information. What do we want there? We want resident, text. Some people don't know the owners, they only know the landlord. That works. Now, these are sensitive questions. Some people will not want to answer. So keep in mind that you ask for consent first and then you begin. I hope there will be some kind of way to identify the LDTP students so that when they're out there, nobody can stress them out too much. So you take the GPS location of the GPS location of the address that we're trying to create, and then you take a picture if allowed. Don't violate anybody's rights. Don't put us and yourself in trouble. So this, and then you will add these comments. This place is where you will say the respondent was not really trying to give too much information, blah 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 blah. So I could only get the GPS location and the community black name. We will understand that at the end of the day, once we have the location, we can demonstrate to the students what a powerful tool they have. Uh, comment. So this comment is actually for you. So it'll be text. Put it outside the group. Okay, what's up, man? I want you in the group. Okay, so that was interesting. We have the form. Training session is not supposed to be multiple choice. Let me edit that. I don't want to make it multiple choice. There will be way too many sessions. Text. Okay, so let's preview the form. And so you will group your students in, I think, groups of 6 to 10, depending on how big your class is. You want to know their name, the mobile number, and which training session they're in. Community name, the community black or quarter. Region, I will update this. Forget about those options that you see in there. Property information, the resident name, the owner name, and then the GPS location. Take a picture, move on. So this form is basically what we'll create, and we will also have the students replicate it as part of the exercises that they need to be able to make this too. And yeah, thank you. That's it for groups. I will get to skip logic later on today.